through resistance, that's the topic for today's video. It's a good one because I don't know about you, but I certainly have hit walls of resistance at times when I felt like I was just going through a wall of bubblegum or walking in tar. So what causes resistance? Well, fear. Fear causes resistance. So when you are in a state of not wanting to move forward, there's probably something that you're fearful of doing or fearful of experiencing. So when you hit resistance, sit yourself down and ask yourself, what am I resisting and what do I fear about that thing that I'm resisting? And if you sit and get quiet and listen, you'll probably very intuitively get a clear answer to why you're in resistance. So resistance will keep you from living your life fully. It'll keep you from doing things, but it's actually just the ego talking to you and sometimes trying to keep you safe. That's at least what it thinks it's doing. So you have to bypass it. You have to move through it. And you've heard me talk about in previous videos to do one thing every day that scares you. Well, resistance is a little bit like that. If you're feeling resistance, the best thing to do is to go into action. So after you've listened, after you kind of understand why you might be fearing something, you can make a decision to move through it, but that will require action. So let me just review that. You have resistance, you realize you have resistance, so you have conscious awareness. You sit yourself down, ask yourself what you're afraid of, you listen for the answer, and then you make a decision about what you want to do about that, and then you move forward. And here's the trick. You want to move forward without thinking, because if you are, it's just your ego mind, and there's nothing really to be super fearful of, then it's not real. And so the only way to move forward is to just do it. For instance, you can just call someone up for coffee, you can go meet them, you can open their office door, you can just look them in the face depending on where you are, and you can just do it. So when you break what you feel like is your own sound barrier, then what you're doing is you're breaking through your own fear. And that is what helps you move through resistance. Once you move through resistance, you really feel almost like it's a slingshot and it's going to sling you out into the activity of whatever it is that you want to do. And most times you will look back and you will say, that wasn't so hard. So here's to moving through resistance. Right below, engage with me below, what's the one thing that you feel in resistance to now if you do? And let me help you move through it. Let's talk about it, all right? That's it for today. See you later.